What's going on, guys? It's been a couple days. Um, been busy. What can I say? Just been busy, working, living life, But this is a topic I've really wanted to talk about, especially in the recent couple weeks. It's been on my mind for a while, to be completely honest. But as you can see from the title of this video, um, I'm not getting certain big 3DS RPGs this year. And let me explain. The biggest one being, okay, let's go in order. Final Fantasy Explorers just came out on the 26th. Today is now the 29th, 30th. It's actually the 30th after midnight. I forgot, but yeah, Final Fantasy Explorers came out on the 26th. Did not pick it up. Part of me wanted to, a little part of me, after seeing it in the directs and stuff, I was like, you know what? It looks pretty cool, But to be honest, $40 for something it just looked kind of cool. I didn't know much about it. I didn't know much about it, to be honest. I'm not a big Final Fantasy person. I'm just not. It just looks like another, I don't know, like Type 0-ish type of like action Final Fantasy game. It's like whatever. I just recently bought Type 0 HD. As far as an action Final Fantasy game, I'll be picking up 15 when that comes out. Cannot wait for that. But I don't know. It was another $40. I'm saving my money a lot for a lot of stuff. Other games that I want, and I have a lot of personal stuff, this year, 2016, that I'm doing. So a lot of personal advancements, I guess you could say, in my life, and yeah. So it's just like it's just for Final Fantasy Explorers. It's just not something I was like, Besides, this came out right before it, Mario & Luigi Paper Jam. I love this game. I'm loving it. It's all I've been playing lately, and I just love this game. This game's awesome. It's just I'm a big Mario RPG fan, big Mario fan, big Nintendo fan. You guys know. I love the Mario RPGs. It's a lot better than Paper Mario stickers are. But of course, it's not supposed to be a success for that game. It's more or less a Mario & Luigi game, just with Paper Mario elements. But it's a Mario & Luigi game. It's just really cool stuff. But yeah, I'm playing this and I'm loving it. This is definitely giving me my Japanese RPG fix, as well as Xenoblade came out last month in December. I'm still playing that. I'm not be playing that for a long time. I'm not going to finish that anytime soon. It's a long ass game. And there's other stuff that's recently come out as well. So Final Fantasy Explorers wasn't something high on my list. The big one I want to talk about is Fire Emblem Fates. Now, the reason I'm not getting that, a lot of people's reasoning right now is, oh, censorship, they cut out a drugging scene in a petting mini game, and I can't get my waifu weeaboo sexual tension dream thing going on. It's like, okay, whatever, I don't care. I mean, I don't know. When it comes to censorship stuff, it's usually stuff that isn't really different. It doesn't change the game. There's people that argue that it does. Oh, it's not the creator's vision, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, if you want the creator's vision, spend hundreds of dollars, import the other system, and import your game. Just do that. It's like, it's ridiculous, learn how to speak Japanese, and play the Japanese version. I mean, it seems like a big waste of time, especially for someone like me. I work a lot. I have to spend my time as I go. It's just, I don't have time for that. If the game doesn't cut content, like it's like, okay, if there was a whole separate story episode that is now gone from the American version, like that'd be stupid. But it's just, all it is taken out. Like things like the Xenoblade Chronicles X, things like Fatal Frame, Bravely Second, now Fire Emblem Fates. All it is taking out a couple sexual things, which if they were left in there, people would complain about it. There's a lot of people nowadays that just get offended by a lot of stuff. I feel like people just need to, take a step back, just breathe, and just, enjoy life. Be more positive. Don't let everything get you down. That's how I look at it. So with the whole censorship thing, it's not something that's a big deal to me, especially when what I think is hypocritical is a lot of people here in America, when the game first launched earlier last year in Japan, that drugging scene came, it was known, and people were outraged. People wanted it to be removed. Now that it's removed, people are outraged because it got censored. And it's just like, well, what the fuck do you want? You know, it's like, do you want it in there? Do you want it out? You know, it's like, I mean, it's pretty much a thing of, I don't know. I look at censorship as, and because people say, oh, but it's all, you know, you can let it, if you let it sit, it's always just gonna get worse. Censorship has existed since video games started. The only reason it seems bigger now is because we have the advent of the internet to tell us, oh, this is the Japanese version, this is the English version. The information is readily available 2 clicks away. It wasn't in the 90s, but Super Nintendo, NES, Genesis, you know, you name it, PS1, all the classic systems had games that were censored. You go back, you do your homework, and you figure this out. Did we ever give a shit back then? No. The only reason people give a shit now is because they know about it, and for some reason it offends them. And I don't quite get that. I just want to enjoy the games. As long as there's not cut gameplay, you know, it's fine. So censorship, it's not a big deal to me when it comes to Fire Emblem Fates. The problem with Fire Emblem Fates is the fact that it's 2 stories, but they're not canon stories. They're what-ifs. You place like 6 beginning chapters or whatever, and then you get to choose, do you want this one or that, this story or that story, and you do which one it is or whatever. Depending which version you get physically, then it's going to be that way or that way. You know, it's just it's kind of weird. And then there's a third one that's the actual canon one. People are comparing it to the Oracle games from Zelda, and I think that's bullshit, because the Oracle games are each completely different games. They're completely different worlds, different adventures. They're not what if. It's not, oh, if you choose to go to this land, if you choose to go, no, Link goes to both lands, and then they link up and make a final ending if you play both. They are completely different levels, worlds, characters, items, story. Everything about both those games is different. There's only one common element: Link himself. And if you want to get technical, the game engine, you know, but they're both completely different games, you know. And that's great. That's how dual versions should be. Fire Emblem Fates is not that. It's still the same world, kind of similar battles depending on which army you're on, but they're both what-ifs, you know, and you're still play like several chapters of a game that's going to be the same no matter which version you get, and before you go on to, I'm going to go this side or this side. And that's just ridiculous. Then you got the third story, which is the actual canon, where you find the main enemy that's making these 2 nations go to war, or I don't know. But all I know is it's $40 for one version, you pay $20 for another story, and $20 for the third. Or you get the special edition, which is $80 for all of it. Now what kind of pisses me off here is the fact that to get the complete experience, you pay $80, but they've already said they're releasing Map Pack 1 DLC. They have a whole schedule of all this DLC coming out, and it's like $17. So plus tax, you get the $80, you got the $17 plus tax. The game's already over $100, just like Star Wars Battlefront was, and I can't support that. I cannot support that. It's not something. I'm not saying it offends me personally. I'm not going to be one of those people. I'm not going to be like the people, like the censorship people. I'm not going to be going to message boards and screaming, "Oh, this is terrible," blah, blah, you know, or Nintendo robbed us, you know. I do think it's a greedy move on their part, but the thing is, all I'm going to do is just vote with my wallet, not buy the game. I'm not a big Fire Emblem fan to begin with. I do love Nintendo, and I try to buy as many of their first-party titles as I can, but as far as it goes, I buy as many first-party titles as I can that I enjoy. And Fire Emblem is not it's one of my least favorite Nintendo series, to be completely honest. I don't play a lot of it. I'm not a big strategy RPG fan to begin with. The fact that I do like the series moderately is what has garnered me interest into getting Fates. But then I figure out that they've split this game up, and it's a DLC wreck, and all over the place with this shit. And it's Map Pack 1, first off. And so you know there's going to be a 2, possibly a 3. So it's going to be well over $100. And it's just ridiculous for one game. And they claim that each story is like the size of Awakening, so you get like 3 new Fire Emblem games. But that's not the case, because people who play the Japanese version have actually said how long, and it's really not as long as Awakening. So I mean, that's a crock of shit. But yeah, it just really, and there will be other people who, there's people who buy stuff, like, just to, oh, look, I have it, oh, I have it, and it's like, I don't ever buy stuff because I have it. I buy stuff to play that I like all the Nintendo titles that came out last year, I have put several hours into all of them. Every single one. All the ones you guys saw me unbox. So you got Triforce Heroes, Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer, Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, Devil's Third, Xenoblade Chronicles X, Yokai Watch, Samurai Kagura 2, LBX, what else is there? The Legend of Legacy. The list goes on and on. All these games I bought in the past like half a year, I've put several hours into. I'm not gonna buy Fates just because, oh, it's Fire Emblem and it's Nintendo and blah blah blah. I don't roll that way. I don't buy stuff to just show it off and be like, oh, look at, yeah, I got this game. I buy stuff that I want to play, that interests me. And if I feel like it, I share it. I share it with you guys. I unbox it. I give you my thoughts. It's just my way of discussing and sharing my personal experience with something I enjoy. If you guys enjoy that, that's great. I love the fact that there's people that will enjoy me sharing that. But I'm not here to say, oh, look at me, I have this, and I'm not like that. So at the end of the day, Fire Emblem Fates, like I said, I'm not going to be bitching on gaming forums. I'm not going to be making a change.org petition to Nintendo saying remove the DLC and the censorship. Like, I'm not going to be one of those people, because that change.org stuff does not work. People need to stop making a petition every time that a gaming company does something they don't like. Like, just stop. That doesn't work, okay? So anyways, yeah, Fire Emblem Fates, that's why I'm not getting it. And then as far as Bravely Second goes, that's the third of the three big 3DS RPGs. I'm not getting it either. Bravely Default, I haven't played a lot of. It didn't garner a lot of interest for me. And part of me is like, I want to get Bravely Second, the special edition, to match up with my special edition for the first game. But it's like, again, like I just explained, I'm not going to buy stuff just to have it. There's no point in that. I buy stuff that I enjoy. And if I wasn't the biggest fan of the first game, then why would I buy the second game, and especially buy the special edition day one when there's other games coming out? I can name several games coming out that I will enjoy and I will be getting day one that I cannot wait for. Gravity Rush Remastered, February 2nd, just a couple days. Mega Man Legacy Collection on the 3DS with the Gold Mega Man amiibo. March, we got Twilight Princess HD at the beginning of March. Then we got Hyrule Warriors Legends. And then we have Pokken Tournament on March 18th. And then in April we have Star Fox Zero. And we have Uncharted 4. And then there's other stuff coming out throughout the year. Obviously, the Shin Megami Tensei Crossfire Emblem crossover is going to be coming to North America sometime this year. Dragon Quest VII remake on the 3DS coming out in summer. Cannot wait for that. Dragon Quest VIII sometime later. There's lots of stuff coming out. Not to mention, definitely not to mention, Zelda Wii U. That game's going to be, whew, cannot wait. I want them to talk more about it, but I'm waiting patiently and waiting very patiently for it. But yeah, I have stuff to play. Like I said, I'm working, gaming. I'm loving the games I have now and the games coming out that I'm really excited for. So, Final Fantasy Explorers, Fire Emblem Fates, and Bravely Second, I don't need them personally. And if anyone else, like, I have several friends. I have several friends who are big into the Fire Emblem series, and I know they're going to get it and they're going to enjoy it, and that's awesome. I love that. I love that they're getting a game in one of their favorite series that they're going to enjoy and they're going to have fun with. I don't think any differently of that. I don't think they're stupid for buying it or anything. See, that's the difference between me and a lot of other gamers nowadays, is that if you don't believe the same thing they do, it's like you're shunned, and it's like, I don't believe that. Like I said, I don't. To me, it's not financially viable to me to buy Fire Emblem Fates, and I'm not going to. It's not something I want to get, and I don't believe in the whole DLC practice for it either. But that's me. That's not them. It's great that we can all think differently and enjoy our games, and I love that. I really, really love that. But yeah, that's pretty much something I wanted to discuss. What do you guys think? Are you guys getting these games or any other games, RPGs that you're gonna get this year? Let me know. Let me know what you guys think. And more videos are coming soon, so I will catch you guys later.